Hello all, welcome back. This is module number 2. So in this module, we are going to look at the chapter On the Face of It. This chapter or this play features an old man, Mr. Lamb, and a small boy named Derry. Both of them are physically challenged. So Mr. Lamb has got one leg of tin and Derry has a burn scar on one side of his face. So though they have this similarity of having a disability, both of them are different in their attitudes. So Mr. Lamb, even after being an old man and who has got a thin leg, is quite positive. He is helpful, he is sensitive and he is independent. But Derry, who is a boy of 14, has got a burnt face. He looks really ugly and he's a loner. He's also pessimistic and he is really an introvert who does not have enough confidence. So he is indulged in self-pity and he is suspicious of the intent of others as well. So this is the difference between these two, and let us see what connects them together in this chapter. So we will continue, children. There are three scenes in this play. So the first scene is set in Mr. Lamb's garden. So Derry goes to the garden thinking that it would be empty and he gets scared to know that the owner of the garden is present there. He tries to go away but Mr. Lamb asks him to stay back. So Derry feels that he looks ugly and terrible and is afraid to look at himself. He says that he hates being with people and that his face got burned up by acid. So during their conversation, we get to know a lot of things about Derry and how he feels about himself. So he's an introvert and he's really sad because everybody hates him because he had got a burned face. Mr. Lamb tries to change his perception. He says that everything is God's creation and interests him. So he says that weeds are same as flowers, both being green growing plants. So he finds no difference between the two. Similarly, he says that all the human beings are same. By telling such examples, Mr. Lamb is trying to motivate Derry and he wants Derry to love himself. Moving on. Derry says that they are not the same, to which the old man replies that their age is different. They have physical problems, but these are not important, so they are not different to each other. Derry feels that Mr. Lamb can hide his leg under his trouser, but there is no way for him to hide his scarred face. So during their conversation, even though Lamb tried to motivate him, Derry is not able to understand anything. So initially he argues and says that he has got an ugly face and nobody is going to love him because everybody is able to see that face and he cannot cover it at all. So he is not ready to change his attitude in the beginning. We'll see what happens next. Derry completely refuses to accept this thought, and he had heard this before itself, that a person's physical appearance does not matter as much as his inner beauty does. So he has heard this before. He talks about the story of Beauty and the Beast, where the ugly beast turns into a handsome prince upon being kissed by the beauty. He says that he won't ever change like that because no one will ever kiss him as his face is scarred. Even his mother kisses him on the other side of his face. So from this we understand that Derry is deeply affected because of this scarred face, and he feels that even his mother kisses him on the other side of his face. Derry is reminded of the teachings he hears to think of other people who suffer more than him and still remain brave and never cry or complain. He recalls an incident when he overheard two women talk about his face, and one of them commented that his face was such that only a mother could love it. So from this we understand that Derry had already experienced a lot of sad things in his life. People comment and Derry is really affected by these comments made by people based on his appearance. Mr. Lamb advises him not to listen to everything. He tells the boy to think positively about everything, just like he finds the buzzing sound made by the bees to be a song and he likes it. So Derry says that he would not have entered the garden had he known that Mr. Lamb was there, as it was trespass, and moreover, he did not like being near people. So, how much ever Mr. Lamb tries to convince him, Jerry is not able to understand anything. So, he is completely hating to go near people because he does not like people commenting based on his appearance. So, he tries to avoid people and he does not like being with people at all. The old man advises him to lock himself up in a room in order to avoid people. This is said by Mr. Lamb in a very satirical manner, and Lamb wanted Jerry to understand that he cannot completely avoid people. He makes Jerry understand by telling a story. So he encourages him that he should not feel bogged down by his facial scar. Rather, be thankful to God as he had his limbs, a brain with which he could accomplish everything. So, Mr. Lamb is trying to make Jerry understand the real essence of life and he is trying to motivate Jerry. So, we'll see whether he'll be successful or not in the next module. Thank you all.